Hello, and welcome to Voices in Education. I am your host, Natasha Lee. Hello, and welcome. Welcome to another live. And this evening, we'll be having a conversation about Elaine Thompson-Herah and Reynaldo Walcott in the context of recent development, of course, and would love to hear your views. So, welcome to Voices in Education. If this is your first time here, Voices in Education is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe space where everyone feels a sense of belonging, where everyone feels valued. That is definitely important. So, although we share at times, different views, perspectives, or even wonders, we share in a respectful way. This is not the platform for bashing or belittling anyone. And so we'll have a conversation, we'll ask critical questions, and we'll share, different views. Again, we do that in a very respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining this safe space and to facilitate, learning from each other. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, listener, subscriber, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. All right, and please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and of course the subscription button. And let us continue to grow together. So this is going to be a live conversation, a very interactive one. You can participate in the chat, and of course, you'll be able to call in. The WhatsApp number is on screen. So that's the number that you can call in and share. And of course, I am joined with Rurian again this evening, and we're going to talk about this. Rurian, do you want to say hello before I give, viewers a recap of, what has happened so far and pretty much, where we're at this point, Rurian?
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, I am hearing you. How are you doing?
I'm not doing too badly. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for asking. So, are you ready for this conversation this evening?
Of course, this is an interesting
You're a bit
conversation
low,
that is
though. You're a bit low.
okay. Let me work on that for you. Tell me if I'm sounding better now.
Not quite, but perhaps workable. So, persons in the chat, just let me know if you're hearing us clearly. But go ahead,
Oh,
Ruren.
yeah, as I was saying, it's going to be an interesting conversation. Let's see what this union brings. Elaine Thompson-Herah was on in a upward spiral, and she's now paired with another good coach. So let's see what happens from this one.
Awesome. So I'll definitely circle back to you, Ruren, but
No
just to
worries.
just to provide an update for persons who may be unaware of this context. And so perhaps within a week or so ago, yeah, let me just say a few days ago, news broke that, Elaine Thompson-Herah, she was moving away from Shaniki Osborne. So there was a split, right? And that development, I guess escalated somewhat, where we got a sense that, Miss Shaniki Osborne was asking for an excessive sum of money. And over time, we got to understand that this was over 100 million Jamaican dollars, or close to 1 million US dollar. All right. And so that, I guess, for Elaine's team was, overly excessive. The word, I guess, extremely excessive were the words they used in their media release. And we also saw where Shaniki came and shared in terms of her perspective of how, things unfolded. And so we had conversations about, those developments. And then I actually called it that perhaps Elaine is going to go to Michael Freighter. And so when this, update came that Elaine was going to Reynaldo, for me, it was a pleasant surprise because I wasn't really, thinking about Reynaldo. And a part of that was because Shelly is there. And I am also of the view that, two elite athletes cannot be at the elite track, the elite track, the elite performance track club. And so, but I guess, things, changed. And so this is pretty much where we're at right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first read the media release that was put out by Andy Sports Management. Hopefully I got that correct. All right. So Andy Sports Management is delighted to announce a significant development in the professional journey of world-renowned sprinter Elaine Thompson-Herah. Going forward, Mrs. Thompson-Herah will be under the guidance of Coach Reynaldo Walcott of Elite Performance Track Club. In expressing her gratitude, Elaine Thompson-Herah extends heartfelt thanks to her fans and well-wishers for the overwhelming love and support they have showered upon her during this transitional period. The outpouring of encouragement has been a source of inspiration for Elaine, reinforcing the profound connection she shares with her global fan base. Amidst this transition, Mrs. Thompson-Herah remains as dedicated as ever to her craft, demonstrating an unequivocal focus on the path ahead. Her commitment to excellence is unwavering, and she is resolute in her pursuit of defending the double Olympic titles she so triumphantly earned. And that's the end of that media release. So there again, we see Andy Sports Management. And for me, this is a good look in terms of this release from Andy Sports Management. The one previously too, I really liked it in terms of, really appreciating Shaniki's work with Elaine. For me, that stood out. And again, I appreciate this one as well, informing the public of what, is what has happened in the context of transitioning to Reynaldo Walcott. Trending Sports and Entertainment, I see you there in the chat. Blessings to you and welcome, welcome. Let me just refresh the chat here to see if I'm missing any comments. So guys, remember to hit the like button. All right. And also hit that subscription button. So that was the media update or release from Andy Sports Management. All right. So that was on November 20th. All right. So that came there. And there was also a lot of persons who were saying, Elaine is back with Shelly and they're going to train together. And, persons were speculating and I guess making that call. But then, based on some media reports, it was shared that the two, Elaine and Shelly, they will be separated. So they won't be training together. And I'm going to try and find that article. I believe it was Sports Max. I saw that information. So let me just try and get that up for you. All right, so here we go. So in this article from Sports Max, it is titled Thompson-Herah to train separately from Elite Performance Group. All right, so Elaine will not be training with athletes of the Elite Performance Track Club in Kingston, but will instead train separately under the guidance of the club's coach, Reynaldo Walcott, all right? So again, we're hearing that based on what a lot of persons believed that, Shelly and Elaine, they'll be coaching together. Sports Max is reporting that Elaine is going to train separately under the guidance of Coach Walcott, all right? And so Elaine will not be training with the group. All right, so informed sources have indicated that the athlete will have separate training schedules, with Walcott going to Thompson-Herah in a private setting after he completes his duties with Elite Performance. So after Walcott is done, I guess, with his duties at JC with the Elite Performance Track Club or the group that he will have there, then he will go to another private setting to guide, because they use the word guidance here, Elaine, all right? So, and as we know that Elaine owns her own gym equipment and I guess facility. And, she trained at the National Stadium. All right. So she trains at, Independence Park there. All right. So just to let you know that in that context. And so this movement is pretty much a quick turnaround from that Shaniki Osborne situation there. And so even with Elaine signing with Reynaldo Walcott, that brings into question too the sum, or the money that was requested by Shaniki. So that also we can think about that in the context of asking a question, was that money really overly excessive? So that's another question there that we can bring in. All right, so again, you know they are going to be trained separately. So Elaine and Shelly. And so Elaine will be trained privately. So in this context, what are your views on this whole situation? Do you believe that, Elaine is going to get the support that she deserves? Will this be something that Shelley might have an issue with? Not saying that there will be one, but just thinking about tensions. Will there be any tensions in this context? I also get to understand, I'm not sure where I saw that, but perhaps I'm going to see if I can find that back, that Puma played a significant role in the context of making this happen. And again, I'm just going to try to find the source, locate the source of that information. So it is believed that, Puma played a significant role in making this happen because Elite Performance, I guess, is Puma is a sponsor there somewhat, some in some significant way, shape or form. And so it is my understanding that Puma, who is a major sponsor of Coach Walcott, played a significant role in this. And I'm just trying to locate the source, and it looks like the Jamaica Observer here. So let me just read this part here. According to information from sources close to the situation, Thompson-Herah's shoe sponsor Puma, which is also the main sponsor of Walcott and the Elite Performance Track Club, played a major role in the sprinters' move to the Jamaica College-based club after a bitter end to her relationship with her previous coach Osborne, and considering the importance of the Olympic Games in 2024. So we're getting this, update that Puma played, a significant role in this new development. And so would love to hear from you. Carlos, Top Shelf Boss, Kayla, you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cubans are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, welcome. Remember to hit the like button. Let's hit the like button and the subscription button. So basically, these are the developments so far. And so, Rurian, if you're hearing me, I'm just going to pull you back into this context for you to share, and then we'll start, taking some calls. So, Ruren, I just, kind of provided some context for our conversation this evening. So I'm just pulling you back now into this conversation. What are your views so far?
Oh, well, this is interesting, some really interesting developments. And what I realized based on what you shared just now and what has been coming forward is that, the main players, the stakeholders are making sure that everything is in place for Elaine to do well. And, the fact that Puma has stepped in to ensure that she has a coach to carry out a program that she is probably familiar with. And the one that has been successful is is something that is really and truly awesome. And the fact that they moved so quickly, all the teams got aligned and they moved so quickly in order to get her back on track because you don't want her to lose any time as it relates to training. And they did what they needed to do to just ensure that things worked out pretty well. So I love that. The media release too from Elaine's camp is something that's exemplar, and we have to highlight that as well. I
Yeah, I
love the
really like it.
transparency. Yeah, I love the transparency. So, there is no room for any hearsay or anything that would lead to any form of controversy. They did what they needed to do and get her back on track, and they kept us as fans in involved and attuned with what is happening. So that for me is pretty awesome. And the interesting thing about it too is the fact that this new coach is going to, work with her, in isolation from his camp. So obviously he got, the discussions where everybody was, pretty much at the table. They laid out what was to be done because obviously what is happening with Elaine is going to be him facilitating Elaine opposed to him having his regulars. So Elaine is going to be fitted around that schedule. So that's something that's awesome as well. So that shows that there has been good discussion. All the parties were at the table. They discussed, and with that injection, I guess from Puma as well, it made it nice and a smooth transition. And I doubt that the mishap that happened between Elaine and Saniki will have any or a huge impact on her progress going forward.
Some very good points there, Rurian. And I have a question here. Given that Puma, according to the Jamaica Observer, because I'm not too sure, they say according to sources close to the situation. And so if it's a case that Puma got involved, right? Do you believe that that was a pressure that was applied to Walcott where he was in a position not to say, or in a position where he could not say no? If it is a case where, we all know Elaine is a Puma athlete and as a main sponsor, and what we're hearing now is that, Puma is a main sponsor of Elite. And so believe that based on that power dynamics, perhaps some pressure was there and applied in this context where he was pretty much boxed in a position and could not say no. And do you foresee any tensions as a result of this connection?
Tensions where in terms of with among the athletes.
Perhaps that, or between, say, Elaine and the coach, do you foresee any tensions? Do you believe that
Mm.
this was a forced connection given the alleged involvement of Puma?
So how I would answer that aspect in terms of that force connection, I would say no. Elaine has always or seemed to have always opted for options that has been, close to Stephen Francis. So I would look at it from that standpoint, say that this would be something similar to what she is used to, and that's why she would not have a problem with this coach going forward. So as it relates to the coach, though, as it relates to the coach, I understand the power dynamics that you made mention of, and that could have had something to do with it. But I will go back to the mishap with Sadiki, and this is what I would say. He also has that opportunity to have his name be decorated by Elaine's success. So can you think about him from the standpoint if he's able to get Elaine and Shelley performing at top speed? he would be in a position where he could be decorated as one of the coach who has, you know, allowed two of the athletes, top athletes, to do pretty well in the upcoming Olympics. So that's a huge opportunity for him as well. And knowing the kind of hunger that Elaine has because of the poor season that she had earlier in the year, it argues well for any coach because Elaine seemed to just want to have a coach affixed to her so that she's able to do what she wants to do. I am getting a sense of hunger from her. I'm getting a sense of determination and just needing that opportunity to go ahead and prove to the world how good she is by defending her titles.
Awesome. So some good points there, Ruren. And I I had a question, but it seems to be, I guess, eluding me somewhat here. But oh, when you were mentioning about, I guess his resume there in the
Yes.
context of having Elaine, what I wanted to say, I feel like he has really made a name for himself somewhat. And as in the context of Shelley, because he has basically taken Shelley from, I guess, 10-7 to 10-6, and we saw that. So can you imagine, Reynaldo taking Elaine at her best is a 10-5-4. So can you imagine, just that improvement on that? Like, we could see the record go if we get back the Elaine that we are used to. And so for me, that is important. And something that I heard coming out too is that in the context of Elaine, they wanted somebody that would not interfere too much with our program. And so somebody who was aware of that. And I feel that in the context of Elaine and Walcott, albeit a very pleasant surprise because I wasn't expecting this for obvious reasons. And so, in this context, just to see this connection, for me, on paper, it looks good. In practice, I would love to see how things unfold and to see Elaine back on the circuit and to see what that looks like in the context of her shape, form, performance. And so, for me, that is something good. Like in the context of, professionalism, I hope that, Coach Walcott, will be very good with that in terms of balancing Elaine and balancing the other athletes. And mark you, at Elite, they have some elite athletes. So we have the likes of Broadbell. Broadbell is at Elite. Megan Tapper is at Elite. Kemba, Kemba perhaps emerging athlete, Kerika
Yeah.
is also there. So Elite is Julian, 100 meters, they're there. So I feel that, they're growing, like really growing in such a short space of time. And I am wondering now in terms of duties and attending to athletes as how they, I guess, an approach how you ought to. So I am just somewhat concerned about that. And, given that you have, two top athletes who are going to the Olympic Games to make history in their own right. So, Shelley, I believe, is trying to go to get a third title, and Elaine is trying to go back to defend that double-double, right? And so in this context, like, how is there a lot of pressure on, I guess, the spotlight now is on Walcott to see how he's able to navigate two top athletes, world elite athletes, as well as other athletes in his camp. I don't know if you have something there to share. And guys, the phone line is open, so
Well,
you can call in.
well, it's really an interesting situation. But as I said before, I think Elaine Elaine just wants that coach, and based on how things are set, nothing that happens at that club will affect. Nothing that will happen with Elaine will affect what happens at that club. So it shows that Elaine was willing to work with the right coach. Let's just put it that way. So she would be flexible enough to ensure that she has a good coach, as mentioned,
Well, I'll
somebody
add
who
into
knows
that
her.
the right coach with the right price.
Well,
No pun intended there
well,
with Shelly and
we,
Fraser Price.
oh boy, we have to add the price to the thing too. So for sure. So that's what I think, and that's pretty much where things are right now for me. But I think it's a good move. And to be honest, I think that I could go and coach Elaine based on the kind of organization and determination that is there. That's the way I feel. Like she is just saying that I am going all out to do my best and to defend my titles. And I think that's what she has as her goal set out. And she just want the right team around her that she deems, right, or the best team, as is available for her to go out and do well. So I'm expecting great things from her throughout this season.
Awesome. So for sure, and she seems ready to deliver. And so we just want her to have a good season, injury-free, season. So welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Please remember to hit the like button, the subscription button. Yes, bank on it. You can bank on it. Let's put 1 million subscribers on it. Why not? Remember, you're safe with
Yeah.
Voices in Education. And the
I
phone line is
just
open.
Okay, go ahead. When you're through, I
The
have a little bit of update for you.
Sure, the phone line is open. So guys, we'd love to hear from you. Rurian is not affecting the phone line, so please call. All right, let me just check here. Rurian, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that the Jamaican reggae boys, they have made it through to the semifinal of the CONCACAF competition just now. They played to a
Canada,
3-2 win over Canada. So the first leg, Canada won it 2-1, and the
right?
Reggae Boys won the second leg 3-2. So it was 4-4 on aggregate, but the Reggae Boys got through
Because the
basically.
home and away rule applies.
Yes, yes. So
Awesome.
that's that's what happened. So just now they got by Canada. So just a little bit of information, soccer information, not to take
Awesome.
away
Thank you
from
so much.
this
Good.
awesome discussion.
Of course. I just missed the call, so let me just try and get back this caller.
Okay.
So we'll hear from our caller here. Hopefully we get the caller back. If not, caller. Hello,
Good
caller.
night.
Good night. You're live. Patrick, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was looking at just come on. So what is topic going on now?
So we're talking about Elaine and new coach Reynaldo Walcott, and what is your view on that?
Yeah, but I was listening to someone today, and they said they're not going to train them at the same time. One going to train at the stadium, and one going to train at Jamaica College.
Right. That's our information too.
Yeah, I was like, so what's the feud between Elaine and Shelly? Because them say why Shelly, I heard them say why Shelly leave and leave because of Elaine, that's why she leave.
I don't know about that, and I can't speak to that. I don't know if there is anything. I'm getting a feedback, Patrick. You have to turn down your feed, Patrick.
Okay. I heard Peter Light say that that's why Shelly leave MVP because of Elaine.
You see, Patrick, I don't bring the mix up, you know. We just try to keep it real, and we just try to be as clear and factual as possible in this context. So I cannot speak to whoever's information in that context. I heard that there were some tensions at one point. I don't know how true that is. I've seen them after that, you know, hugging and saying that they're good. So I don't know. And I mean, you know, it's human. It's as if it could be, you know, you or me. We have a friend and we might say, you know what, some things might not seem so good. So we're just going to keep it, you know, real with our malice, but, you know, certain things, we're just going to create a little space as it relates to certain things. I don't know the context to that, but yeah, I can't speak to that.
I like the different sport analysis of the fight to see which one, when the two of them on the rights paid, you know?
And
so
for
when
me,
I heard him say that,
yeah, I'm not too sure. For me, the professionalism matters, right? And so if both ladies are training with the same coach and they're able to get the job done and to do what is in their best interest, that is all there is for me. It's simple as that. Some people just love go and dig up some things that they can just leave alone or should leave alone.
Because all right. In up here in basketball, I hear Dennis Rodman say, and then talk to Michael Jordan. He said, well, you just go there, we have a job to do. When the job finished, I go my way, he go his way. Yeah. That's what Dennis Rodman say about Michael Jordan. He said, we don't hang out. We don't talk after the game. When the game on the court, we got to pound each other. After that, when the game over, he go to his locker, I go to him, I take a shower, I leave. I don't go out with him. So, you know, you don't have to be friend, you know. So get the job done.
Yeah, professionalism.
Simple that.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I'm over.
Yeah, so what are your views then, Patrick and Elaine, with Walcott? Do you think this is a good combination in terms of Paris 2024?
Yeah, well, she not have a choice because where she goes. So I think that's a good combination. I believe that, you know, them can restore some thing about them and talk. I feel, to me, I think right now you're going to make a good thing for 2024. I wouldn't care if they don't talk. All them come on and win the goal and win the 4x1 and beat America. That's it. Straight up.
He said, no more mouthing, no more laughing. They want to walk with the head up high.
Simple. That's how I view things. I don't believe this go on, don't like food, you don't like that long, get the job done. That's fine with you. You go your way, me go my way. We go there to do our job. That's what we pay to get. You know, we go there, we do what we gotta do. When it's over, you go your way, I go my way. Simple like that.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes something is simple, you know, people make it look so simple thing. You don't have to like that, you don't have to like it. A lot of people working with their boss. They don't like their boss, but they like that paycheck. Right. You know, so to be real and go and do what you gotta do and move on. But I think it's a good move still.
Yeah, and I think it's move, you know? Like I feel the same way. I think she's getting more than what, well, I believe she will be getting more than what she would have gotten with Shaniki.
Yeah, maybe you know, because Shaniki will have time to spend with her every day, but you know. Yeah. You're gonna spend in time now. I just see something on the Jamaican. I'm watching the new tune, and they put up a thing. Say, "Oh, Elaine, Shelley said, what a betrayal." That's where they put up on there. So I was like, "What?"
Like say, you see some of these persons, they're just out to get their viral hits and they cause issues. So over here, we don't do that. We don't do that.
Right. See the inside Jamaica. It says, "Dad, this is why Walcott chose Elaine over Shelley." I don't know what's that for. I'm sitting on the YouTube right now.
Oh, I don't know
It's a
about that.
betrayal.
I
So
don't know.
people just write another thing and people run into it and you know. So I was like betrayed. So when I listen and say yes, he brings Elaine over Shelly. I don't know, man. They get this thing together, man.
And you see,
But a lot of the women,
sometimes it's
yeah,
just the fans who take things out of, context, and you start
yeah.
this thing and you start that. And so, we just have to be responsible. I'm still hearing myself, Patrick.
Oh no, no. TV down, okay. Yeah, so that's what I say. I just want to see they go out there
Right.
and do a good work and bring home the goal for the 1, the 2, the 4x1. Simple as that. That's all I'm going for. You know?
Right.
But I want it can work. They pass the kids stage now, they are grown women now, they can come to everyone and say, look, yeah, we're young, I used to say a certain thing, but that's part of it. Now we are growing people working in the same place, with the same coach. Hey, put that thing behind us. You know, a lot of people bash Elaine though, trust me. But I said to myself, with Elaine, they're not like Shelly. Shelly is friendly. Shelly will talk to you. Shelly will not joke. To me, I'm telling you, just to me, I'm not bashing her. Elaine looks stuck up. That's just my point of view on it. I'm not bashing her. I love the two of them, but I'm a Shelly person.
What do you mean by stuck up? Is it a negative way you're looking at the word, or the fact that you mean that she does not talk a lot? That's what you're referring to?
Yeah, I seen them interact with people, something like that. I remember, I think it's 2022 at the World Game also when I think they win the 100 and Shelly and Sharika was dancing. I don't remember that scene. And then I think after the race, also I hear Elaine say, "Oh, I'm not going to be the Janko no mascot, no masquerade," because they was dancing. So she was throwing that word for Shelly and Sharika.
I don't know about that.
She wasn't dancing. Elaine, Shelly, and Sharika was dancing, and she said she not out there for masquerade or so. I was like, what's that for? You not dancing, the two of them dancing, leave them alone.
Oh,
So sometimes she brings things on herself.
I don't know about that. First I hear that one. Okay.
Oh yeah, I saw it for about a year she say, but it's all good though. If they want a drama, they want to fight, as long as they win. Doesn't matter to me. Anyone win.
I think they're good. They're good. And I feel that some of this, tension that has been created is, the YouTubers and, people in the space sometimes they blow up things that is unnecessary. But, I feel like the ladies are at a place and space where they should be good, each in their own right, trying to add to history again. And I guess, I believe Shelly is trying to get her third Olympic title, and Elaine is going to defend that double. So we can't ask for more than that right now as Jamaicans.
Yeah, you can't ask more than that. They go there, they do their job, let us proud. I don't care if it's Shelly win, Elaine win, or Sharika. As long as Jamaica win the gold. Simple as that. So after that, they can go and fight and pull out each other here. It wouldn't matter to me. Once they win and they go home, that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. No, you can't. I was just watching the match with Jamaica and Canada.
Okay.
Jamaica just won 3-2. When the guy got the red card, he couldn't control himself. Why you can give you a red card? All right, they get a foul. The ref didn't call. They give me a yellow card. Now the ball comes and kick in the crowd. I said, give me a yellow card, and we even try to talk to him, pushing the rest of the play off and walking away. Talk. I'm like, that's no call for.
That was a Jamaican player?
Yeah, we played since night. It just over Jamaica.
Yeah, I got the news. Yeah, I got the update. Yeah,
I was watching it.
But that was
You
the
know,
return.
maybe
That
the
was
guy
the
retired.
that was the return leg though, because
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the
And,
home and away rule. Yeah, Jamaica got that. Yeah.
and they should win the home game to call the guy that Bailey makes 2 good goals. They should win. I heard a person comment and it said if Bailey was in England playing, he would score those 2 goals. Because it's all about money. That's what someone said.
I tell you about people.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, sometimes I like to watch my Jamaican people and talk about thing on YouTube, and I just watch them and laugh. You know, somebody gonna say something.
Yeah. So our things going
Yeah,
on in
yeah.
DC. You're in Washington DC,
Well,
DC, right?
no, I'm in Miami now.
Miami. Okay. Our things
I
there.
was in New York and then I'm in Miami now. No, winter in New York now. Miami. I'm down there for the Thanksgiving.
Okay.
This Thursday, big holiday.
Good, good.
I don't eat turkey though, but it's still they're gonna cook it anyway.
Okay.
So I'll be there eating. Cause I go by my sister. She know I don't eat fish. Gotta put me some fish. So that's all good.
Okay, okay.
You know. So Thursday big eating. Then after you eat now, you go on a diet. Then when the diet almost feel Christmas come, you eat again after Christmas. You go on a diet again after Christmas.
Understand? Yeah.
Yeah. That's those 2 days up here people really get stuff. And every after Christmas, three quarter America going on diet after Christmas. It's all good though. It's all good though.
All good. Awesome. Awesome, Patrick.
Yeah.
Good hearing
Awesome,
from you, Patrick.
Yes. I'm saying the tire hall, I gotta check in.
Awesome. Thank you.
Once I link up on my phone, I'm gonna call.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Patrick, and thanks for sharing.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Have a blessed night.
You too. Take care.
All right.
All right. So Patrick, they're sharing. Rurian, do you have anything you'd like to share? I need to refresh this chat here. Based on Patrick there.
Patrick is just totally 100% pure Jamaican, and he's the golden member of this community. He is going for the goal, and he's going to boast about the goal when they come in Paris. So these
After
athletes,
Patrick don't want anybody to laugh at him again.
not at all. Patrick
guys,
wants to do
if you
all the
remember
laughing this
Patrick.
time.
Patrick was one of those callers back then. Patrick said, we can't walk out the road and pay them out because Jamaica lose. All right, let me look here in the chat. Soji, welcome. And Soji sharing about Canada. Red, could you mute, please? Soji sharing about Canada in terms of the game there. And let me say congratulations to the Reggae Boys. And bless up to you, Soji. And Soji is saying it was Gray, I guess, who got the red card. All right, so welcome everyone. This is not going to be a long live, so let's make a while the sun shines. So the phone line is open and definitely the chat is on, so you can share there in the chat as well. This is just, a quick check-in to see what is going on and to share here. So call in and share and let us know, what are your views. So as I was sharing earlier, for me, this was a pleasant surprise. Yes, I wasn't really expecting this one, but it happened. And I am looking at the positive in this, right? So for me, it's for me, Coach Walcott, for me, would have perhaps some more expertise, in the context of working with Elaine And, also in terms of Elaine's program, pretty much, remaining somewhat the same or the same. For me, those are some positives. And I guess a lot of persons, were wondering about Shelly and Elaine. And now we understand somewhat that the two elite athletes will be trained separately. And so for me, okay, the distance is still there, and whatever works for the athletes, as long as they're doing okay, for me, that is a plus as well. I am just wondering, in the context of Coach, Walcott and his duties, how, he's going to navigate. And I guess, and I would hope that these conversations were had in the context of taking on, another elite athlete. All right. And so when we think about elite, performance track club, there are other elite athletes there as well. So we think about a Broadbell, we think about a Rochelle Clayton, we think about a Megan Tapper, we think about some emerging athletes like Kemba, Kerika, and so, lots, Julian, so lots of athletes. I feel that, elite in a matter of perhaps 2 or so years is really getting there. Hello, Soji.
What's up?
I'm good. How
I
are
was
you?
watching.
You're live.
Yeah. So, yeah, just see the things about, as I said, it's too big woman, too big young lady. Yeah, if someone else on the show, respect to them, bless them up for me. And definitely, maybe some person says it's not good, but maybe the two ladies, they come together and settle their difference. Because I don't really see a difference, but I see the tension from the Olympic game. I see the tension from the Olympic trial. Then went to the Olympic, I see the tension there. So to me, I don't want to speculate, Steve. I don't want
Yeah,
to say
that's the
what
best thing because sometimes we overthink and we don't know and we add too much to it. Yeah.
so, no, you have person with different personality, and to me, the difference. All right. Oh, I look at it. Shelly, Sharika, and Elaine. Shelly will last the race and don't feel no way, but Sharika and Elaine maybe don't like lose. So that's it. That's the difference. They take it much harder than Shelly. Shelly just laugh if she will just smile it up and kill the person. But Sharika will make up her face and look, concentrate how she lost the race. Elaine, same. So it just tension, because I watched when Elaine won at the Jamaican trials, both of them on the same time. And I see Shelly go over to her and touch her. And from there, I see the tension. But as I said, I don't really want to say anything. Maybe the two ladies come together. Maybe just speculate when him said the two of them not going to train, because somehow both of them have to train together coming up to the trials.
I figure like the speed and something.
Yeah, both of them have to train together. So I don't know what person said, because you can have one at east, one at west, and then one going to say you're giving this one more than me and whatsoever. So I think both of them, I think they're going to train all together. And people just speculating. It's just human, so we cannot stop them from speculating.
Well, what they have there, where did I read that information? Perhaps the Sportsmax. And they seem to be so far, they I guess somewhat, the most reliable in terms of how they broke the story and how they brought it to the fore. So again, they did not definitively state that they got this from Elaine or whatever. I think the term was like sources close to the situation, or it's their understanding that this is what is going to happen. And so what is said there is that, okay, coach is going to go to his group, and after his duties at JC, then Elaine, I guess he'll be with Elaine. So I would want to believe that these conversations were had in the context of, scheduling and how that will go. But one of the questions that I asked earlier, Soji, was it was also shared, I believe, by Jamaica Observer, and it is now alleged that Puma played a major role in the context of, Elaine and Walcott's, connection here, because Puma is a major sponsor of the elite, performance track club. So I am wondering if it's a case where Walcott, given the power dynamics, perhaps was just in a spot where he could not say no, or if it's just a connection that was not forced. And I go back to say that part because when Darren was speaking there on Sportsmax, so Elaine's husband, he was pretty much very confident in terms of the person. And I think he was saying, like, this is a blessing in disguise, or this is a blessing, like out of an unfortunate situation with Shaniki comes, a blessing. So perhaps not, but would love to hear, what is your view on that? Do you believe that this is a good fit, given, Walcott, and we see what he did with Shelley, taking Shelley from 10-7 to 10-6. So what is your take on this aspect in terms of performance for Elaine?
Well, it's only can be let you improve, and the next thing it's only can make Shelley get better too. Because sometimes, although some most person don't like to elite athlete,
I don't like
together,
it. I don't like it.
And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, because sometimes the coach gonna show interest in one more than the other. But at the same time, it can help each of them to get better. All right, Elaine already run 10-5, Shelley run 10-6. So both of them now, Shelley can work herself to 10-5. Elaine coming after work our way up from 10-7-9 to work our way up to 10-6 and get it back down to 10-5. Because to beat Sherika now, we have to have one of these athletes running close to Sherika. Not to Sherika, to Shakiri. We have to have one of our Jamaican athletes to run close to her to get her nervous. That's the way we have to beat her. Because we cannot leave her on our own like that. I see what happened in lane 9 with her. So to beat her, but definitely, I think, but we all saying this and all saying that. They all have to go to the trial and qualify first.
All right, that's a very good point. Yeah.
They all have to go to that. We can hear quarreling about Elaine and this other one. But when you go to trial, some young one just come up and they finish down the pack. Why are you going to say, oh, the coach is because this happened? And no, we have to consider. But you see, Shelley will be, how old Shelley will be? 36?
36 or 37, not too sure.
Okay, and Elaine. So when you look at it, maybe after the Olympic, she might call it quit, or she might go on, because the next championship won't be next year after that, World Championship. So it all depends on the farm and what Shelley, the speed that Shelley running now, as long as she running fast same way, nothing stop her from continue. Don't make sense to stop. Around this, she decides, said, okay, now I'm 36, I'm going to have a next baby. So let's and then call it a day. But if not, and she want to continue, it goes as long as your body feel. Age is just a number.
I guess so. I think she
So
is perhaps ready to. I don't remember if she said she was ready to call it. I don't know. I think
no,
Paris.
but
That was the thought that we were having, that Paris would be our last.
well, she did said the Olympic in America, in where keep again in America. She said that's one was going to be her last.
In
And she come
Tokyo,
back
in
after,
Tokyo.
not Tokyo, the last Olympic that take place.
Wasn't it Tokyo 2020?
Right, Tokyo. And then after Tokyo, she said, she said, Aragon. We were the world championship on the keep here
Oh,
in Aragon.
oh.
She said Aragon, very close to home. And she said, I remember clearly when she said Aragon close to home, I'm gonna, that's the one I'm gonna continue and call Teddy. And she never called Teddy after. But I think she will go down as the greatest sprinter the world still. Come what day.
Of all time, right?
Of all time, yeah. Of all time. Because she could win three. If she never have that injury, should win 3 Olympic, you know. Should win back to back, you know. That 2006, you know. Is that if she never have that problem, you know, should win, you know, in Brazil, you know.
In Brazil, because she had a toe injury, right? I think.
Right. And she still get a bronze medal.
Yeah, she came third.
So, yeah, so it's still have to give her credit. But what most persons never understand. You can see at that time, I wouldn't even say the toe, maybe she was young, she'd have young belly at the same time.
All right, don't go there, Soji. I could just leave it there. So.
yeah. So that's why I have to give her credit. And that's why you see person just call her. It's not because of the baby, her son, you know, they call her Mommy Rocket, you know. But that's all right. As you said, don't go there. But I rate her very much. And I rate Elaine and Sharika. But I looking forward to see something from Brianna Williams, and I think this Idol girl, something special from those two.
Oh, Alana,
and some others. But if Brianna can get herself in condition, because it's time for her, just a matter of time. When?
right.
But as a junior, she come and win. But as I think, it's only one, and I will say it's only one person. I see on the if injury don't take her, one person I'm looking forward to break the 200 record.
Brianna Liston.
Who
don't know Soji? Welcome. This is Soji. All right. So Soji's girl, Brianna Liston for the 200.
Yeah, man. That she's the one I'm looking to break the world record, because I see her when she was 12 years old. And at 12-year-old, I see that little girl running off St. Diego, run 23 second, 23:50 something. That's what the class 1 athlete was running at the time. And I said, it is just a matter of time. And then Inge take her in class 2. And when she come back, and if she become champs last year, if she come back to champs, I think if she come back to champs, should set a faster time again. But, you know, she wanted further her study and go to school in America. She turned down the contract. The other girls, they take the contract, but you have to see with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you know, so, and what I would say now is I see some great future. And you see what I went to Taylor today. I think he get away, you know, and that's good. Christopher
Taylor, yeah. I haven't gotten the chance to go there, but I saw some headlines, so I haven't gotten the chance to go there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was here because I think as a schoolboy athlete, I think he was one of the most talented schoolboy athletes.
And tell you, yeah, but and this is the other side of champs too, where you run the athletes them too hard sometimes.
Calabar, man, that is Calabar. Calabar for you. Run the at Casey used to done that in the past. Run the athlete them on 1 foot, and when after they leave school, nothing. So sometimes you have to just to win champs. Sometimes I think Taylor should step away. That last year when he go back champs, he shouldn't go. But he's young, so I think he have. I happy because I think that he's going to be a great athlete. But only sorry what's mishap happened to everybody. So we just have to wish him all the best. And him stay strong, get himself fit, continue to do some work now during this time and come back real strong. Just like what Gatlin did, what happened to Gatlin. Gatlin get 4 year ban and come back and come dominate the track and field the same way.
Yeah, and I think he's coming back. Was it like perhaps about 2020? Because the ban that Christopher Taylor got, they kind of do it retroactively to whenever. So I guess he's coming back about 2025, somewhere there.
2025 or maybe 2024.
No, it wouldn't be 2024. Because it's not before. It's and it's 2.5, I think. So about May 2025 or somewhere there. If my
so you get ready for the World Championship.
Yeah, so I'm just have to just keep and learn from mistakes, and that's it.
And just stay focused and say, all right, I'm going to continue to do some light training, get fit, get some strength now, and just continue because you have natural talent already. So some athlete, was natural talented like Taylor, Jackson, Liston, Williams, the twins, Lalana, those girls, and the one from my Ideal that's at the same camp with Shelly.
Okay. Kerika.
Yeah. Those kids. And one from Petersfield. Those kids are just talented.
Yeah, I know who you're talking from, Petersfield. She's at Michael. Alexis. Okay, Alexis James. Alexis.
Yeah. Those kids are just talented. They just have to stay focused. Raw talent. That's Shelly. Never have that talent, but she finished third at champs. Elaine, nowhere at Manchester. So you have to give these girls that never come through champs, but they're progressive ahead. So that's good. So I have to give them a lot of credit.
For sure. Are you back in the UK now, Soji?
Yeah, I'm back in the UK. I was in Jamaica too. I went to Jamaica the other day and watched the Jamaica match, the football match in the rain. And then Saturday morning, I tell you, I would never go back to the next football game. I come back and give away my jersey. But anyway, they win today, so that influenced me to go back to our next game.
Never mind, man. Osh.
And today I sitting till lose to Kingston College.
To KC, yes, in the Champions Cup. So, like, I was looking at, but to say Glenmuir, though, Colorado, though.
Yeah. So, but she's been till Glenmore playing semi-final, that Costa Cup.
Yes, so I'm waiting for that. So I'm waiting for that. Natasha Lee versus Soji. I'm waiting for that matchup. But I like it, and I want to see the country schools dominate this Champions Cup. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm happy that Glenmore beat Mona because it's about last say you have the best team and whatever, the rule and everything. So
and Garvey started out good, Garvey started out good, but they just, I guess, Ideal came back and just top it.
Ideal have a good team.
Yeah.
All the match end with Kingston College and now it's Georges and Clarendon.
I think Clarendon won,
But-
CC. I think CC won.
Okay, it was 1-1 when I was watching it, so I don't know the final score.
Let me tell you, I think CC won, man. CC, I sure CC win. CC won 3-1.
Okay, 3-1, okay.
So you see the Clarendon
So-
school they hot.
Yes.
So CC and
But
Idle,
Dinty was trying to get rid of,
KC.
no, Dinty was trying to get rid of Garvey out of the country because too much Clarendon team was there.
They
So
couldn't do
Dinty
it, man. Dinty lucky too.
No, but you see, not lucky. After Dinty give Garvey, you know. So
Yeah,
they
but-
can call that luck.
No, in the
But-
last part, but they waited. Remember, if Garvey had won that game, it would be a different something, Didn't till chance, because who else was in that game? That group was very open. Dintil was
No,
in a
but Dintil-
better position to go through, but
But what Dintil start out this then should Dintil start a weaker team against BB Coke. So BB Coke beat them 2-1. But they should take a 2-0 from if they did get a 2. But BB Coke beat them 2-0. BB Coke could go 2 over Garvey.
Cause that group was very that group was very open.
Yeah.
Because from the other
So that's-
group, like we know that CC and Glenmere gone through long time, but that group was like Dintil was the favorite based on what was happening, but it wasn't that their spot was so secured where things couldn't change. And I'm like, okay. But Dintil Glenmere, I like it.
But what and one time go back to Jamaica, I have to tell Bartley send what he need to do. Do something like what Lenny I did. Him come from town to from St. Catherine. He should do something like what Lenny I done. What Lenny I do, the guys them from Kingston, they come from Boystown, good can play. Carry them to CC. Carry them down there. And him to carry some of the ball and come. But most school boys now, when they go in school and in some country, they're not winning anything and they're good. And they can go to CC. They will go down there. Just like when Jack Walters was at Glenmore.
Yeah, all on a bit here, Soji. I'm missing a lot of comments in the chat.
I think but back to athletics now, because we're talking athletics tonight. But as I said, we need to support the girls them and the boys them, because the boys they start to improve again. But with this coaching thing, I think it's we, the people, making an issue that it may be Elaine and Shelley is very good at everything. Maybe they're friends back and talking. You're going to see both of them training together.
Well, I don't know, and I try not to speculate, so I just leave it at that. And I don't try to get into, personal things and that's it. As you said, sometimes people on YouTube or whoever, they, you magnify things or you blow things out of proportion. That is not necessarily there. Justin, welcome. Good night to you.
Let's up Justin. Long time I don't hear because don't hear Justin. This is a good time. What happened to Mr. Portmore?
I haven't heard from Mr. Portmore in a bit. The last time he said he was working in St. Anne and something like that. He was busy. Yeah. So Justin, you're saying the timing is different. Justin. Oh, so Jimmy girl never nervous. I guess he's talking about Shakari there. 2024 is going to be problem. 2023 was 10.65. 2024 is going to be 10.55.
Justin, only person going to run 10.5 and 10.4 is Jamaican and then Justin. I think this is good, but you see, Elaine and Shelley, to me, they can break the 100-meter record. And one out of those two can break it.
Justin is also saying I guess it's time for us to see Brianna Williams' talent.
Yes, it's time. Yeah. It's time. It's time for CRS. It's time to see Brianna Williams come up. It's time now because TT Terry, she continue running good, but although we don't see much from her still, but I think she's improving. So we need to see Brianna running some good. Which camp Brianna is it now?
Brianna is with Freighter, Michael Freighter.
We're gone to Freighter, okay. So I think but this girl where was having have Elaine the other day. If I would one of those girls, I would really go to her because I look like she could, but they all right, I don't want to go in that part of politics, so I don't go inside here.
Yeah.
But Fred, but you see, as I tell the guy then before, it said Reynaldo qualified, but I think it only will work out good for Reynaldo this coming year with running with Blake, with the two
Blakes, yeah.
As a boy. I couldn't say that's going to help her now. And I think she needs she win the 200 at the World Championship. She win the 100. But to me, I don't know the 200 so far. She have the junior record still. But I think I want to see her. I want to see something from her. But some other girls coming through because you have Natasha Morrison and all those girls. The Jamaican team is real hot, so
yeah,
we cannot
stimulate. And let me tell you something, Soji. See, if Sharika ever leaves MVP, you will see Natasha Morrison. Mark my word.
Okay. Good. Oh, because the focus gonna be on Sharika. No, yes, of course. That's why. And when Shelly leaves, Shelly have to leave, because you know what happened. It was confusing between for both of them because Shelly didn't want to do 1-2, and Stephen was saying no, 100, Elaine, 200. Remember when they go to the meet, one run the 100, one run the 200 at the World Championship. You remember that time?
No, what year was that?
The year before I think, what year was that? I think a year, I don't remember if it was a year before the Olympic when Daphne beat Elaine in the 200 meter.
Oh.
Daphne, yeah, she won. And then Elaine, the year before Elaine won the first Olympic.
Okay.
And they run the 4x1, and Jamaica won that 4x1, beat America. Elaine won the third leg on that one.
Okay.
But if a year said, come and beat America in the 4x1, if Jamaica continue to run that 4x1 with that setup what they have, Jamaica will not break a record and they will not beat America.
Let us not even go there. I'm still upset. Hello, Altia. Welcome. Altia, welcome.
As much as you're upset, Trisha, you have to look into and just see reality.
That is true. No, from I saw the setup, I knew, So I
was betting, and when I look and see, I say, give back my money, Now, but I bet because after I see the race set up, because I said Sharika cannot run down Shakir. Yeah. Cannot run her down. And I said to him, put Shelly, make Shelly run the ankle leg. Make Shelly run the ankle leg. Not Jackson. Jackson should run the back stretch.
Yeah, the curve.
No, put her on the back stretch. Make sure she's a good 200 runner. Give her the longest leg to run. Give Elaine the third. Third leg.
Third leg, yeah, for real. Yeah.
Third leg. Give Elaine the third leg. But easy mathematics, the man they make it look like rocket science.
Well,
You know,
I doubt they will do that again, let us see. And if that happens, we can say, okay, we know what going here, so for sure. For sure.
because definitely, where although Shelly did get injured, and TT come upon her, but is Gabby Thomas, Gabby Thomas bring back the race for America, and the third leg is the third leg Gabby get around the Jamaican girl,
Yeah.
I would like to I would like to see Shelly and the anchor leg and Shakar and Shakiri get the button close to one another and see something. Shelly good. You see, it's don't get wrong. Sheki, what's her name? Sherika, good runner, but she take too long to get going. She start to work on her speed, but the 100 meters, she still. I think she would be a better 4.2 runner.
Sharika. But I guess it's just
Yeah.
how the schedule is, I guess it doesn't give room for that, perhaps. I don't know.
No. The room was for 2.4. The room is the 100 meter. It don't give a 1.4 room, but it give room for 2.4.
Oh, okay.
Not the 100 meter, because the 100 meter and the 400 meter run close together. So if you're going to run one, or unless if she decides that she wants to do the 3 and then the IWF will make preparation like what they do for Michael Johnson. To change it. They will do it for Bolt, When Bolt was running, if Bolt decided he's going to run the 4, they would make the preparation for it. But and was good thing to see Jai like come win at the Panam game. You didn't know that the Panam game was going on?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I think he should go back to
the 100 meter.
100.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
100 meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he should go back to, but he come and can't take away that from him. He win a Jamaican second person to win a Pan Am gold medal for Jamaica. First one was Winchuck Graham years ago. So I have to give him credit still. Although some of the bad guys they were not there, but a goal is a goal, no matter who win the race. You have to win the race before.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But I just really want to see Elaine perform good. But I was just dying to see the season start to see. But as you said, Puma have a lot to do with it. But Mr. Walcott, I know you do a good job, because I think you do a good job on Elaine, and he's doing a good job on Shelly. So Shelly has just worked himself down to 10.5. And if I see Shelly come out and start to run 10.5 in the early season, I will say the world record will break by one of them.
Yeah, that would be a good look, and that's what we want, all the best to all our athletes, including our, top elite athletes. And so, we just want to see them, doing their best. And as fans, let us just support. And, because sometimes when we do these things and we go on the negative side of things, remember, when it comes on to track and stuff, it's not just physical, it's also mental as well. So let's support our athletes, man. Support.
Yeah, but I have to, when you look at it, I have to look and just say, what for Shelly or Elaine or Sherika to break that world record. Only way they can break that world record, don't wait to break it at the Olympic or a World Championship. Go and break it in a 1 hour race.
Yeah.
So, yeah, understand?
Yeah, for sure. That would be the best way in terms of moving forward for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. So
Yeah.
Soji, you're good though.
Yeah, man. Good. So you take care of yourself, and now you're back on the show restart, because my friend asked him what happened to you. I said, boy, it look like she gone off the radar.
They feel good bad, but I'm better.
Yeah,
I'm back
yeah,
and better.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm happy to know that you feel better and so forth, and you, I know that your family are right. So take care of yourself
All right, you
until,
too.
yeah. When you're back again tomorrow,
I'll
you
try.
cannot come and just go like that, you know.
No,
You
no,
can come.
no.
Yeah,
We'll try to
you,
keep
you,
it going
you
as
start,
best
you
as
start something,
possible.
but
But
yeah, you start something.
I want to get
You
back
start.
with some D cup updates and stuff. So I think tomorrow they have some games. I'm gonna see how the times are and see if I can get on tomorrow.
Okay. Right, right. Well, if you can do that, and sometimes you just drop some things, like something, and then person come on and see it and just give a like, and other people start to like it, man. I will send it around as long as you come, and I will just share it to people, and they just give a thumbs up. Just say you can come on and say something you don't even have to have a show. Just come up, say something that we can listen to it and listen to something, and then person just pass it on and pass it on. So just continue to build. You have a movement going. Continue to build the movements, man. We just
Definitely,
want to see the
Soji.
movement.
Definitely, that's what I'm trying to do
Yeah,
here. Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Just do that, man. Just go on and say some stuff and put it out there, and you just continue. And you don't have to have a live show every time until when the season come. You have a show when you have your football match. A sending person listen to your commentary. You're doing a good job. You're doing a great job with the commentary. So keep it up, man.
Yeah, I'll do that. Everything is about balance. So I'll try and I'll
Yeah,
continue
yeah,
to do what we
yeah.
can do. Thank you for your support.
Okay. Yeah, come on. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Blessings every time, Soji.
Listen.
All right. So that's Soji there. Sharon, Ruran, are you still here? Do you want to share something there? And Altia, we're just mentioning Christopher Taylor, but perhaps we need to zoom in some more on Christopher Taylor. And you see, with Christopher Taylor, perhaps that is going to be one that I just do and just share, because I don't want persons to be putting me or themselves in any, trouble. So perhaps, certain topics, that I can foresee might cause some issues. I'm very careful about that. Not you, Altia, but some persons who may not understand how we operate in this space for sure. Ruren, are you still here? Well, perhaps Ruren will chip in when he can. So guys, hit the like button. You're here and you're not liking. Soon we're going to wrap this one up for sure. So it was just a very quick check-in to talk about, the update here with Elaine and Coach Walcott. And, Puma allegedly, playing a major role in this one in terms of the connection. For me, I see positives here in terms of Elaine. My concern is regarding, as I mentioned earlier, regarding Coach Walcott and the number now, the increasing number at, the track club, and how other athletes are going to get their time, given that we see two elite queens here really wanting to go to the Olympics to create history in their own right. So Elaine going back for that double double, and Shelly, I believe, going for a third title there. So Ruren, you're here. Your thoughts?
Yes, I'm back. Just want to big up Soji on his contribution as usual. Um, I think Mr. Walcott has everything well lined out, and in times like these too, it's when his support staff will have to step up The fact that he is going to be dealing with two, seasoned campaigners, then, I'm sure he's going to have some other younger coaches who are following in his footsteps, and they will start taking up some of the responsibilities that he might have shed to take on this challenge. So, if it wasn't something that was workable or feasible, I doubt he would, embark on that, and I doubt Elaine would want anything that is not aligned with her, class and stature. So in that regard, I am quite confident that Elaine is seeing the hopes of getting what she wants from this, union, and I think Walcott is saying that I have what it takes to take her to the next level.
Good there. So, Ruren, I'm going to just pull your leg a little bit here. So, given this, right,
Okay. Yeah, go
and in
ahead.
the context of what was requested from Shaniki to 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 train Elaine, do you believe that Shaniki was really asking for, I guess, compensation that was extremely excessive given this development?
Well, personally, as I expressed before, I if you analyze the whole, that whole story and how things panned out, I think Saniki was just asking for 15%. That's it. If you gave her
I hear
15% of $100, she would have taken it. I
no.
think
Remember they gave a figure. The figure no.
but that's what I
That
am
not.
getting at. So
Okay.
that's Saniki. But when it comes to the middle person there, that
Mr.
middle
Russell.
person here, Mr. Russell, yes, Mr. Russell had all the ideas. So I think this is my personal view as well. I think Saniki and Mr. Russell were on two different pages, and the Hira camp was even on a third page, and that's why they couldn't come together to pacify this. Because if it were said that the 15% was that 100 million, then they could have discussed it somewhere along the line. But I don't think Saniki was a part of any of those discussions. He trusted Mr. Russell to kill off that deal, or to make that deal. However, my personal view is that Mr. Russell blundered somewhere along the line with his numbers.
Oh yes. And that was a big one. And I was wondering if it was like not knowing what 100 million is or missing up the zeros. I don't know. But unfortunately, I feel, as we talked about this previously, this is a missed opportunity for Shaniki. And as you mentioned, I feel that the middle person was really, you know, the middle person messed this one up. Let's just put it there. And unfortunately, again, there for Shaniki. Let me just check the chat here to see if there are any new comments in the chat, because we're going to wrap this one up, guys, in about 5 minutes. So just check in here to see, and just wanting to say that we want to wish Elaine and Coach Walcott all the best in this situation. And as fans, supporters, let us support, and let us give this connection, this coming together, a chance to see how it goes. And let us not try to come and say, oh, Shelly is this and Elaine is that. The ladies are professionals. Let them carry out their duties, and let us as fans, I guess, enjoy the results of that, because that's all that we can do sometimes. In that sense, it takes a lot in terms of training. And Ruran, you always say this, They put in so much in terms of work, months, and then you're going on the track to do like, 10 seconds there-ish on the 11 seconds. And so, it's a lot just to do that and to achieve, that. And so let's just support. Let us support as best as we can. And we understand by their nature, being public figures, that, we'll have critical questions and we'll have critical conversations. But in all that we do, let's keep it positive, clean, and respectful. All right. It's not about bashing anyone or belittling anyone. It's just, having a conversations as, fans who are, have a strong liking or a great liking for, athletes in general. And I say athletes because we all have our favorites. So whether it's Justin in here was talking about the mystery lady, talking about Shakari, Soji talking about Brianna Liston. If you are a Shelly fan, if you're an Elaine fan, it's all good. And Patrick who called and say, you know what? As long as a Jamaica win, me happy. So me can wall up my head of foreign. Me not have to walk and laugh. All right, Patrick, I guess you're listening. You will hear that. And Altia is saying, I see, okay, indeed, God knows. Pray it will be the best ever transition for her and that this move will be a permanent one likewise. Hello, Denver Dixon. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? So guys, hit the like button. We can do so much better with the like. So many persons pass through. And let us like and hit the subscription button, man. Let us just continue to grow together. Denver, I wasn't, doing all that okay. So I was off for a bit. Thanks. But Denver, you can send me a message on that number on WhatsApp and I can add you to a group. If you don't have your post notification on, I can send you the link, once we're going live. I usually do that. So if you perhaps just send me a message there on WhatsApp and can definitely add you, just tell me, oh, this is Denver Dixon, and I'll definitely add you. So once we're going live. Or if you want to call in right now, Denver, we can take your call. All right, so hit the like button, guys. Let's support this space and, tell your friend to tell another friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. And so, as many of you know, we're not into the mix-up, and I am not about trying to run with something to get the first viewer to go viral. I'm very somewhat selective, and, I sometimes wait because sometimes you see these headlines, they come out and then soon after, probably, a few hours or a day after, then you see something, coming back. And so sometimes you see something and persons will send me stuff and I'm like, okay, all right, let me see how this goes. And it's always good to be patient sometimes. They say patience is a virtue. So let's do that. Denver is saying, yes, just to say. Okay. The 670,000 US dollars for Shaniki was too much. Okay. Okay. Not even the US president get that much per year. Okay, Denver, like we talked about Shaniki, and Denver was just saying earlier that, unfortunately, this is a missed opportunity for Shaniki. And I am of the view that this is not just Shaniki's fault. A lot of this is perhaps the lack of knowledge as it relates to, the sports or the business of sports, rather, in the context of contracts and especially contracts that are, negotiated without a coach. So in this context, Shaniki was of the view that whatever Elaine's contract with Puma was, that she should be getting the 15%. And that is kind of different when you have a coach who has pretty much brought you to that level in terms of where Elaine was at that time, being the double Olympic champion. And, so when Elaine negotiated that contract with Puma, it is our understanding that that contract was negotiated without a coach. Not even her husband's name is on it. So that was some, I guess, misinformation on their part. And I'll say their part, including Miss Osborne and Mr. Russell, because Mr. Russell was now the agent, I guess, in that negotiation. And so it's just so unfortunate. And the other part of it too is the perception sometimes, because if you were able to read, Miss Osborne's interview with Sportsmax, she was saying, and we talked about this, but just for Denver's, Denver here, just to share a little bit of context. She was saying, okay, Elaine was okay with it. It was the husband who had a problem. And really that was not the case. And even Shaniki in her interview, she mentioned that Elaine said, it's my facility, my equipment, do I still need to pay 15%? So to me, that wasn't saying Elaine was okay. That was suggesting that Elaine was not comfortable paying that, given the other context as well, in the context of Elaine, facility equipment, or that you would be coming with, I guess, would be the expertise. So in that case, yes, biting off, too much, I guess. And, somewhat it cost her. I would want to think that perhaps Miss Osborne, would be very sad at some point, just knowing that this fell through. It would have been such a beautiful opportunity for her to add to her resume, in this context. And no doubt she was having a significant impact on Elaine, but it's just unfortunate that this did not work out. And again, I feel that, Mr. Russell, perhaps Mr. Russell, was just wanting too much, and the lack of knowledge, perhaps a lack of knowledge, contributed to this mishap. All right, so let me see here to show off too much. And Ultra there is a true. Prove it if it is true. And Denver is saying, I believe Shelly and Elaine will renew acquaintances. Elaine has a future, and I am glad that her husband stepped in. All right, good sharing there. Thank you, Denver. And I'm just checking. So I'm just going, oh, let me see. There's a new comment here from Denver. She has to think that in a couple of years, her track and field, I guess, her track career is over and she may want to start her family. I guess that's in the context of Elaine there. Denver is sharing there. All right. Welcome, guys. If you're just tuning in, we're pretty much wrapping up this one. So we're going around and asking you for final comments. So would love to hear from you. And guys, we can do better with the likes. Everybody just close the chat right now and just hit the like button. And that would be awesome. Hit the like button and also hit that subscription button as well. So Rurian, I'm checking in with you for final comments.
Yeah, just wishing Elaine all the best as usual. you know, the decision has been made, and I'm sure that, based on how Dara and her husband sounded, it sounded like they had good conversations with the necessary, people from the other side of the fence, in the elite camp, and they have come to some, amicable solution to the issues that they were having, with regarding to finding a coach. So I think, it's all systems go. I think they will have a good run there. No pun intended. And I think, Elaine is going to do well in that camp. The fact that they're able to find ways to make that work, because obviously it's not going to be a perfect situation, but, as I said earlier, Elaine is really, really focused on getting her thing back on track, and I think that's where her heart is. And, we're going to see some spirited performances from her going forward. So that's pretty much my 2 cents on this one. I'm just happy that she found somewhere that she thinks she's able to work and do well. So let's see what happens as the time goes by.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Ruan, for
You're
sharing.
most welcome.
Thank you. And Altia saying I did already. I believe Altia saying I liked already. So awesome. Thank you. And Denver here is saying I am hoping she wins the triple double and Shelly can get her focus. Well, Denver, based on what we have heard, they will be training separately. So that's also a part of our understanding that, Coach Walcott will, after completing duties at JC with his group, then, he will guide Elaine, all right, thereafter. So that's the understanding for now, that Shelly and Elaine, well, Elaine will not be training with the group at JC. And Denver saying we must leave them alone. And I agree. We just need to support and try not to create or try to find perhaps something that might not be there. So let us just support our athletes, and we just want the best for each one of them. They work very hard, and so the least we can do is to show some, support and support them all the way. And as we know, not every day we're going to win. We win some, we lose some. So in that context, let me just give you a little TED talk, Natasha Lee talk. Blessings to you, Denver. Blessings to you too. So, in life, life sometimes, shows us lemons. Sometimes we have lemons. So, we might be facing a very bad situation, right? So similar to Elaine, Elaine started out there with Shaniki, and then it reached to a spot where, things, I guess, got somewhat messy because she wanted to move forward with Shaniki, but because of, I guess, finances, that wasn't possible. So I say that sometimes, life will toss us lemons or limes. Let us try and make lemonade. Let us try and, flavor it up. So out of, we might be faced with a bad situation, a very challenging situation, and a situation that may seem as if, it's not going to end. We don't know what is going to happen, but in the middle of that, sometimes there is a little hope, a little ray of light, something that you can hold on to that will give you hope. And so I am encouraging you this evening No matter what the situation is, it may be tough, it may be rough, you may be going through it, you may be going through it and you don't understand, what is happening. It is so sour, right? It is so sour. I'm saying, look a bit deeper. Try to find something positive that can ground you, Just try to find that. So ensure that, you keep a little faith, right? Keep a little faith. They say faith, you just need to have faith as small as a mustard seed. You know that small? So just keep faith. All right. So just keep faith and just remember that in every situation, God is right there, right there. So all you need to do, just have a little faith, have a little faith, and just trust in God and just know that He's working things out for your good. So again, sometimes too, some doors are closing, right? So in life, some doors are closing and we question, like, why, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And it could be that this one, we need to shut it for God to open the door that He really wants us to go into or go through, and sometimes it's better. And the next thing, it kind of slipped me just now. Perhaps I talked too much. It kind of slipped me just now, just now. Oh, I remember. Sometimes too, some people come into our life and they were meant to be there just for a particular time, right? And so sometimes we want them to last longer than, the time that they should last. And that's where we start having problems. And sometimes the person coming out and then do something good for you and then just no more. And you start focus on the negative. You say, what, after me never do XX anything. So, oh, XX gone. Focus on the positive. That person had a purpose for that specific time. And so look at it that way. That good that was done was what that person's purpose was in your life at that time. So don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to all the callers for calling in, for all the persons in the chat for sharing, and for Rurian for joining me and also sharing. Really appreciated. Really appreciate it. And most importantly, for keeping this space a positive one where we can share and learn from each other. I am seeing some other comments here. Altair saying smart makes the competition better. Let them hold them cards closely to their chest. Both of them chasing history. And of course, so Shelley, I believe, trying to get that third title. And of course, Elaine going to get that triple double, right? And so again, both, of them, as you mentioned, Altia, they are, trying to get history there in their own right. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Remember to hit that, like button, that subscription button, and blessings and love. I will definitely see you in the next live. Take care, everyone. I'll just go to the end of my slide with some music and then I'll just sign out. All right. Thank you so much and take care.